Hello children, today we will be doing with the first writing skill, that is notice writing. This year you have 3 or 4 writing skills, that is notice writing, diary entry, letter writing, and the first one is notice writing. Now what is a notice writing, children? Have you written notice writing last year? Now notice writing is a piece of composition, say you can say, or a piece of information that is generally written to inform a group of people, a large group of people. Okay. For example, see, it's a short piece of composition or a short piece of information written in a formal style to convey an important event to a group of people. What do you mean by a short piece of information? Let's take an example. Imagine in your school they are conducting an art and craft exhibition and you are the cultural secretary. You have sports captain, cultural secretary, house leaders and all, isn't it? So you are supposed to inform the students about an art and craft exhibition which will be held in your school. What will you do? Will you go and tell each and every child individually, there's an art and craft exhibition, there's an art and craft exhibition? No, not possible. So what you will do, you will frame a beautiful notice, and in that notice all the important details about the event should be mentioned, like when will it be held, the date, the time, the venue, everything should be written in that. After writing that, you will put up that notice very neatly in the notice board. You might have seen your school notice board, isn't it? So many notices are put up there. It can be about a cricket tournament, it can be about your examination, it can be about an inter-school competition. Even in the staff notice board, you can find some notice regarding the examination, a staff meeting. So what are the main things required to write a notice? A notice is generally written in a formal style. You don't write it in very detailed describing like formal style, but it should contain all the relevant information and it should be written in a brief manner. All the required points should be there, but okay. So again, let me tell you, a notice is a short piece of composition, a short piece of information written in a formal style. It's written in a formal style, children. The language is very formal. You don't describe it in much, and it is generally used to convey an important event to a group of people. You cannot go and tell them individually. That's why you frame a notice or you write a notice and put it on the notice board. Okay. So when you write a notice, there are certain rules, certain guidelines which you should follow. Let's see. A notice may be written to give information. It is written to give information about what, children? It can be a specific event, a cultural event, or a meeting. I told you, in an organization, if there is a meeting, or imagine in your school, there is an athletic meet, a sports meet, a dance competition, any inter-school competition. So to inform the students, they write it in the form of a notice. So it's written to convey important information to a group of people. The message should be conveyed to a group of people because you cannot go individually informing each and every person. Okay. So what is a notice? Notice is a written piece of information and it gives details about a specific event, maybe a cultural event or a meeting. And it is written to convey important information, to a group of people in an organization. It can be any organization. It can be office, it can be school, it can be a hospital, it can be in a flat. The members of the flat should be knowing some important detail. Anything can be written in the form of a notice. Okay. So what are the general rules, general guidelines or rules you should know when you write a notice? A notice is written within a box. It is very important. You should frame a box very neatly and write the notice inside that. A notice is written inside that one. Always it's written inside a box. The name of the issuing authority. The name of the issuing authority means if you are the sports secretary or the cultural secretary of your school, the issuing authority is their school. That means the name of the organization. So if you are the cultural secretary of your school, what is the name of the organization? Sacred Heart CMI Public School. So the name of the issuing authority or the name of the organization is written on the top. First and foremost, that is the one which you should write. Okay. Then the word notice is written in block letters. The word notice is written in block letters. So in big block letters you write the word notice. Okay. A title should be clearly given. A title, it's also called as a heading. It should be clearly given. When you read the title, now children, you should come to know what is the notice about. What are you writing the notice for? So if it's an art and craft competition, you should say that art and craft competition. The heading should be. If it's a sports meet, you should write the title as sports meet. If it is about a staff meeting, you should write staff meeting. The heading or the title should be given to indicate what the notice is about. Clearly you will come to know for what have you written that notice. It must contain all relevant information, all important information about the notice should be mentioned, which includes date, time, place and other details. Again I am repeating this. It must contain all relevant information related to the subject, including 3 important things: the date of the event, the time of the event, place of the event and other details if required. Imagine if it is a sports competition or you are having a cricket tournament. So you should write when is the cricket tournament held, what time will it be held, where it will be held and other details required which students can participate from standard 10 onwards or standard 6 onwards. So you should give all required information. The date, time and place is very important. Okay. It is written in formal style. Formal style means you write in simple English. Briefly you try to say what is there. It shouldn't be descriptive. You need not describe it in detail. Not only that, it is written in simple English. You should use simple language. You need not use big words. People should understand what you have written, isn't it? They should be able to read the notice and understand for what have you written it. So the language should be simple, easy English, simple English. It should be brief. Points should be mentioned. Date, time, place should be mentioned. All the relevant information should be there. At the same time, it shouldn't be very big. Okay. On the lower left bottom corner of the notice, the name and designation of the person writing the notice must be mentioned. So when you end the notice towards the left hand side, towards a corner in the end, you should write the person who has framed the notice. He should write his name and his designation. So if you have written the notice and if you are the cultural secretary, you will write your full name and your designation as cultural secretary. Is it clear? Now let's see the format of notice writing. The format of notice writing, I told you, on top you will write the name of the organization, from which organization this notice is issued. Then the word notice is written in block letters, not in running handwriting but in block letters. Then you mention the date towards the left hand side, followed by topic or title. The title, when you read the title, you should be able to know what is this notice about. Okay. After the topic, you write the contents. The contents include all the details of the events, which includes date, time, venue and any additional information if you want to give. Okay. Now children, when you are writing this, you should leave a line and then write, put the signature, name and designation. Okay, now again I am saying, children, when you write a notice, the format is, first you write the name of the organization, then you leave a line here, one line is left. Then you write the notice, again you leave a line and then write the date. After you write the date, you will again leave a line and write the topic or the title. After that, you may or may not leave a line. Then you will write the contents. Once you finish writing the contents, you have to leave a line here. One line should be left here. After that, you put the signature, name and designation. Here, you need not leave line. Okay. When the notice is ended, you have to close the box. Is it clear? This is the format of the notice writing. Now I will give you one example. Let's see one example. You are Sujit Mehta. Name is mentioned. Sujit Mehta, the Cultural Secretary of St. Paul's School. The Cultural Secretary. Your designation is given, name is given, name of the organization is given as St. Paul's School, Agra. Write a notice informing the students about an art and craft exhibition, which will be held in your school. Now let's see what are the details given in the question. Many things about notice writing you can pick up from the question itself. What are the things given, children? Name is given, Sujit Mehta. Your designation is given, Cultural Secretary. Name of the organization is given, St. Paul's School. And about what are you writing the notice? It is about an art and craft exhibition. So many things are given. Now let's see how will you write this. So already the name of the organization was given, isn't it? What is the name of the organization? St. Paul's School. You will not write your own school. If the name of the organization is given in the question, you will write that only. So, St. Paul's School. After that, you leave a line and write the word notice in block letters, in capital letters. Okay? Then leave a line and write on the date. This is the way you should write the date. If you write it as 15/10/2020, this is wrong. This is the wrong way of writing. This is the correct way of writing. You cannot write this. Is it clear? So, 15th October 2020. Then you write the word notice and you give a proper heading to it, a title, Art and Craft Exhibition. So when you read this heading, you will come to know that the notice is about the Art and Craft Exhibition. Then you start writing the contents. So you are writing an Art and Craft Exhibition will be held in our school. So the date you have to add, it's not given in the question. So you will write your own date, 23rd October 2020. Interested students from class 8 to 12, standard 8 to 12. Everybody, you can change from 6 to 12 or something, can give the names to the class teacher on or before the deadline to give the note. The date is mentioned here. So before 19th or on 19th, you can give the names. Then I told you, you should write important things. These three things are very important. That is date of the event, time of the event and venue. These three are very important. Date as mentioned, it's 23rd October 2020. Time is from 9 AM to 2 PM. people should come and view all the things what you have put for exhibition, isn't it? And then venue, where is this will be held? It will be held in the school auditorium. Is it clear? After that, you leave a line and then you put your signature. Name was already given in the question. What was the name? Sujit Mehta. And then what is Sujit Mehta's designation? Cultural Secretary. It's already given in the question. Okay. If they have not given this name, you will write your name. Okay. After the notice, the designation is written, Cultural Secretary is written, you will close the box. Is it clear, children? So, when you write a notice, what are the important things to be kept in mind? You have to write the name of the organization, leave a line, write down notice, again leave a line, write down the date, leave a line, give a heading, then you write the contents. The contents should have important things like date, time, venue. Then you leave a line, put your signature, name, designation. Once it is over, you close the box. Is it clear, children? Thank you, children.